Okay, so once you've built your theme inside of your cell phone kind of window that is on this website here, again, we're on the website jquerymobile.com, and we've built ourselves a theme here of what a website would look like. You can download the HTML. Now, in the old version that I was using of this tool, you used to be able to just view the code right here, and once you viewed the code, you're able to copy and paste it into like Dreamweaver or any HTML application that you were using. But I don't know why it's not working right anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. So in this case, right now you have what we say a download HTML button right here. So if I click on that, it's just going to ask me to save the HTML code. So I'm just going to save it. So it has saved it for me at this point, and I put it in my downloads folder, and I moved it from my downloads folder onto the into a folder on my desktop right here. And if I open it up, you'll see what it sends you is a compressed zip file, Now, what is inside this zip file is all the program you would need to make a full working cell phone site. So if I uncompress this right now, I'm going to right click on it and say extract here. You'll notice it makes me a folder with called mobile website, and if I open it up, you'll see what it has made for me is it makes the HTML file, which is HTML5, and makes a CSS file, which kind of has the theme and all the colors and things like that, and then it makes me a JavaScript file that is using. Now, if I open this up, you know you can open it in your favorite HTML editor like Dreamweaver or Aptana, or you can just look at it in a browser. If I just click on there and say open with, we're going to look at it in Chrome, you'll see there it is right there. Now you'll notice the logo at the top doesn't scroll back and forth. Okay, but that's okay. And my themes don't work because I don't have them really going anywhere at this point, so we'll probably have to go into the code and make some adjustments. Right now it keeps saying home when I was trying to program that. And of course, we want when the person clicks the contact down here to go to the contact. So we will have to do some basic adjustments, but you can see right now I do have a full working cell phone version of a website, very quickly done with the jQuery website. So let's go into our favorite. I'm going to use Dreamweaver in this case, but you can use any one that you want here. And in this case, I'm just going to open up my page. I have it on my desktop somewhere. Let's see. My wireless site 3. And I'm going to open up my HTML code here. So when you look at it inside of like since I'm using Dreamweaver right here in an editor, you'll notice that it doesn't really look the way that it looked like when we were doing it on the web page. And the reason why it doesn't look like that is because it's not rendering in a browser. You're working with an HTML editor. So usually I don't really work with any of the tools inside of Dreamweaver for this. All I'm really looking at and what I'm looking for is the code or the code view. And let's look at the code view for a moment here. If we look, you'll see it has the links automatically made for us to the actual jQuery information right there. Again, you can download the jQuery information and put it into a subfolder on your website and just link to that. So you don't necessarily have to link to the external libraries and for jQuery and things like that. It does it for you, but again, you can actually download these and put them on your computer, because right now, you see, as if I start looking through the code, you'll notice again it starts with HTML5, some head section. It goes again for this viewport. What this viewport is it's telling me if I'm coming from a certain device to make it fit on that device. Then you'll notice there is a link to some CSS, this is the standard jQuery kind of CSS file. Again, you can download that instead of put it on your computer, so you don't have this whole link to an external file. Same with, again, with the logo down here. If we look through all these, past all this, and go down to the body section, this is what you see on the page there. You'll notice there is some, basically it puts each of these into a div tag, and then it gives you kind of a page, and it gives you a page ID. And then there's themes. Remember we talked about the themes and the color. So if we're looking at the code, you'll see you get a theme. So if you want to change the color, you could just change this D right here to something else, to maybe C or A. Remember the different colors. Right now it's light gray. And then there's the data roles telling it, basically that tells it it's the header section. And then there is a title option up there, and it gives us the information for our logo that is in there. For some reason I didn't center it, so you can go through. Oh, it does say align center here, but it doesn't seem to be working. It does give it a link right here that says page 1 right here. Again, if you wanted it to go back, you can just change the link to wherever you want it to go. That's what I'm going to do down here a little bit. I'm going to scroll down through this code right here, and you'll notice it has Welcome to West Valley College. And then you'll notice it says classes right here. I can change the link where the href is to wherever I want it to go. So if I make a second page and I call it page or classes.html, I would just link it to classes.html right there. So all the links are just basic. You can change the slide. Remember there was fade and things like that. You can change the theme. So you really need to look through the code and see what the code is doing. In a UX design class, you really don't need to do the code for me. All I need to do is see that you know how to do a basic page layout. If you wanted it to go anywhere when the person's viewing it, like right down here, my last button here said West Valley College right here. I can then just highlight this and put in my link, http://www.westvalley.edu. And you'll notice it says slide in there and things like that. Down here, if I wanted to put a link on this contact digital media, I could do that. I could even use the Dreamweaver tools right here if you want. So in Dreamweaver, there is a properties window that has a link option there. So if I highlight my text there, I could give it a link. If I want them to go to, let's say, an email, I can say mail to : and then put in the email address, gene.mcintosh@wvm.edu, and that'll be an email link right there. So you can use and you'll notice it actually put that in there for you. So you can use some of the Dreamweaver tools. I'm not saying that you have to, but you could use some of the Dreamweaver tools for some of that. Oh, the other nice thing that you could do is you can just put in HTML tags if you want. If I want, I could put a P tag after this so that I can make a new line of text in there. And after I put my P tag in there, then I'm going to put in contact phone, and then I can put a phone number in there, 408 741 2432. I'll just put my number in there. And that actually works on a mobile device. I'm quite impressed with the way that the cell phones work on a mobile device. And if I preview this again, I'm going to preview it in Chrome, and I'm going to save it all. I'm going to hit save inside of Dreamweaver. And then I'm going to preview in this program, Dreamweaver. There's like a little icon at the top that allows you to preview. And I'm going to preview, and oh, no, my cell phone's not giving me a link. There is a way to get it to be a phone link, and I just have to remember it. But again, the contact would work now. It should go to an email address if I had an email link there. So your cell phone would open up the email program you have on your cell phone and would email it automatically for you. But again, the link right here goes to West Valley College. You'll see it goes to the West Valley College website. Okay, so it does work. It's a full working menu here. I didn't see the transition go. Oh, there was a brief transition. Did it slide? It seemed to slide awful fast. But that's how you can use this website or this tool to build there. And so basically you would just make several different pages and links. So if we go back to my main one here, my so that's my demo one there. If we go back to my Zircon one right here, again, if you click on a link, so I've actually made multiple pages. So right now, that would be my first page would be this one. If you click on Tools, this is a separate page. You can see it says tools.html up there. So these are actual separate pages. So I use that tool to make several web pages. Usually what I do is I make a template like this and then just save it as different names and just change the content. And so you can see up here, you'll see this is a tool. It's this HTML file we're looking at right now is called tools_i520.html. If I go back, I can click on another one, and I made a separate file that's called tools_i320.html. So it's a lot of work. Took me all summer to build this thing, but it works quite well. You can see it. So, and all I did was use the same tool that I used on that website as you saw, and just by changing themes and changing content. So that's quite easy way of building a website. Now, the last thing you need to do is if you're actually making a website and you want it to go to a cell phone version, again, is to do a redirect. Now, in this case, what I have right now is if we look at the web page that I have right now, let's go zircon.com. You'll see that I have a website right now, and this is what it looks like. I have some code inside there that allows it, and let's go back to Firefox. I like to use Firefox a little bit better. So again, I'm going to go to www.zircon.com. Again, in this web page, what I have is if I look at the source right now, there is a redirect under page source, and I have some JavaScript right here that is done that tests to see if they come from an iPhone or an iPad. And then I took that whole separate mobile site that I made and I put it in a directory called M on the server here, so it redirects to this a separate directory on the Zircon site. Now, a lot of, like I was showing you before, like Macy's and that, they use a subdirectory. It would be like m.macys.com. It's just the way that you want to do it. I haven't really had access to build a subdirectory on this server, so I just did this for a quick, easy way of doing it. There's a lot of other types of redirects. There's basically CSS types of redirects with the Viewport and things like that. There's redirects that use different types that test to see if it's an iPad. I haven't got that one to work. Just all you need to do is go to Google and search jQuery mobile redirect, and then there's a whole bunch of examples on there that'll give you information about how to redirect to a mobile version. I can't remember. You can steal mine if you want. Just go to my website and copy the code. Or you can go and just find one. I was using several of them, but this one seemed to be the most reliable one that I was using. So hopefully that's a good introduction to building with jQuery mobile.